Hey everybody, welcome to the first weekly update for Legends of Novus. So what I'm going to be doing is every week I'll share with you a whole list of updated information of where the game is going, and I'll give you a little video snippet as well, just to stay involved with what's going to happen with this game. I want you to know that money that you've invested and everybody else has is going to a good cause, and we're going to make the best game we possibly can with the dollars that you've pledged in. So first off, the card templates are all ready to go, which means that as soon as all the final card art and the checking of the text has all been redone by myself and the art by Andrea, by the end of August, it'll be really easy just to plop into the template and send off to the manufacturer to say, hey, the card files are ready to go. Prior to that, I'll continue to work on the rest of the files. So the tokens are almost ready to go. The single player or solo player round tracker dial, I'll put that in the update here as an image, but that's ready to go. And all the quest creatures are good to go. And speaking of quest creatures, we have Eisenthrax to share with you now. So Eisenthrax is officially, the art is done, and what a fantastic job Andrea did with that. So what I did is I just gave him a couple of concepts. We were trying to figure out what would be cool in the world of Novus that we don't have yet. And what we didn't have was a quest creature that was classified as magical. And what's more magical than elementals? But you can't just have a single elemental. This is Novus. This is you needed something big, something powerful, something stronger than Monsignius. And so we decided to put together every element into this massive creature. And if you take a look at the artwork, you'll see that its head has actually got a mountain on it. You'll see that its shoulder is actually an entire lake or part of an ocean. You'll see that it's got fire shooting out of its hand, and that it's all powered in motion by wind. So those four major elements are represented on Eisenthrax, the elemental evil. And I'm going to share with you today in this update, you'll see at the bottom of this an image of what the potential stats are for Eisenthrax. And man, is he tough. He's stronger than Monsignius. His power is more dangerous than Asmakai. He's really going to be a force to be reckoned with. And when he enters the game, which can only be done by revealing or drawing the card from the adventure deck, when he enters the game, he actually destroys the location that he's on. And there may even be another caveat to that. I'm just going to test it out first to see how it plays. I can have a lot of fun with a creature like this, and it could be optional. You could choose not to play with it if you think that it's going to add too much strength to the game or too difficult to defeat. But he's really cool, and I absolutely love the art that Andrea put forth. So that's it for the actual templates and card images updates. I'll be going through and finishing that up before the end of the month. Next up, we have the what do we have? The box size and weight. So after talking with the manufacturer and giving them all the scopes of all the quests or the stretch goals that we managed to unlock together, whether it was the etch die or the extra characters or the quest creatures turned into tiles, we were able to establish the final box size and weight. So I'll include those dimensions in this update so that you know what you're going to be getting. And I was able to give that to the distributor, and we'll be able to get some final quote estimates for you, which will be really, really close to what you'll get charged on the pledge manager. And that will take us to the next thing, which is the pledge manager. It's always good to get that open as soon as you can, once you have everything, all the details finalized. So now that we know the box size, we know the components, we know the weight, we're able to get all that established for shipping sizes and be able to put that together. When it comes to the pledge manager, that's a decision I had to make which pledge manager to go with. Now, originally, I had full intentions to go with Jetbacker, but as much as I wanted to go with what I wrote on the bottom, I have to do what's right for the cost of the game and for user interface. And what I found was that GameFound. So GameFound is a pledge manager that is newer to Kickstarter, but has a huge foundation in that it was created specifically for two of the biggest Kickstarters that have happened in the last year, and that is Tainted Grail and now what is it called? I forgot the name. Let me look it up here. Oh, Ethereal. Ethereal was just launched a couple days ago and has already got over $2 million US behind it and over 20,000 backers. And they would use GameFound. So I have some faith in Martin Poole, who introduced me to GameFound, and to Awaken Realms, who've already established themselves in this genre. And looking forward to using their user interface. I already played with it a bit. All I need to do now is just add in those shipping fees and make sure those are all lined up right. And I'll be talking directly to Martin to help me navigate through that so we don't make any mistakes for you. So Pledge Manager, hope to have that up within about a week and a half. By August 1st, that's my goal, is to have that online. All right, what else can I share with you? Yeah, I think the only thing I wanted to share with you beyond that was just another game that's out there. One of the things that I've been doing since my original Kickstarter launch was helping other designers figure out how they can market and establish some of their games in different ways. And Tabletop Simulator was one of the biggest ways that I've done that. And a gentleman by the name of Tyler Gogan from Goganite Games, it's his first Kickstarter. He's launched a game called Furball. And it's only $20 US for this different kind of card game, and it's very family oriented. So you're playing as cat heroes, fighting in a realm, trying to save the kingdom, racing to see who can be the first big cat hero. And it reminded me of Novus because you're in a race to save Novus, you're in a race to save the kingdom. So you're kind of in this cat game, you're battling each other, and it's very, very humorous and all original cartoon artwork by Tyler. So I thought, this guy has passion, this guy has a cool, fun little game. And I think it's a great filler game and some fun with the family if you're trying to get your younger ones into that kind of thing. And even adults, if you like cats, if you like fantasy, just a fun little take that kind of card game where you're just battling to defeat these zombie dogs or the giant fur balls or cucumber, just weird stuff. And there's lots of theme in it as well. So this is just a shout out for him. His game is live right now. You're welcome to check it out, Furball. And I'll put in the link to my Tabletop Simulator playthrough video. I've been doing a couple of those lately, and you can see what that game's about. All right, so lots going on. It's hard to believe it's only been a week since Legends of Novus got funded. And one of the other things that could happen is we could still unlock Morty if we can get those Facebook likes for fundamental games up to over 200. And we're probably going to be selling more games. Now, what I want you to know is that when we launch this Pledge Manager, there's going to be a Pledge Manager specific to you, the Kickstarter backers, the originals, and that's at the prices that you saw on the campaign. For anybody that comes as a late pledger, there will be a slight price difference to compensate for that and to thank you for being the early backers. So instead of paying $47 for a game, they'll be paying a little bit more to compensate for the fact that it wasn't really in the plan for that. And again, to thank you. And that'll help fund the game just a little bit more and get more people into the world of Novus. And the idea is to order 1,000 games, even though there's only about 600 or so that are going to get distributed. And that other 400 will give us a buffer in case you have any damaged parts or we have any damaged boxes, or if we want to a couple of low retailers want to buy a case of 14 or something like that. It just helps establish the game a bit more. So this original 1,000 cases will be the Kickstarter exclusive games. And then should we ever republish Legends of Novus, if it becomes a popular game out there, if you enjoy it and you share it, and we gain some Board Game Geek comments and stuff like that, then should it relaunch and we do a new one, the core box wouldn't have Jotun, it wouldn't have Eisenthrax, there would be some certain components that wouldn't be in the core game. So you have something very special when you get to your copy of the game next year. All right, have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to talking to you in our next Kickstarter update for Legends of Novus.